holy shit, this was a finale. If this is the first time you are catching my channel, please hit subscribe. I review Marvel and DC shows. I stream games on twitch.tv/MrDarkPhoenix. I'm Mr. Dark Phoenix. It's very nice to meet you guys. I'll talk more about myself. Let's jump straight into this review. If you haven't seen it yet, come back when you have. And if you have seen it, let's jump into the season finale of Arrow, Lian Yu. This was fucking amazing. This was like the best episode, the best end to anything ever. I just can't get over how amazing this was and how it pales in comparison to other things. So Slade is now mentally stable, and I like this. I like how they have where he was Oliver's like, something's off about you. He's like, yeah, I got all my marbles. I'm good. We can literally play jacks, and we could win with my brain matter and shit. I like how Slade's back in his own mental state again. Like, I understand the Mirakuru part was making him crazy and shit, so I totally get that. Season 2 is great. It's in the past. Even Slade was at the Mirakuru wore off, and I've had some time to think about that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, you can't really hate somebody after you've literally had what I'm assuming is years, I think, since you last saw him and he got locked up, so your hatred kind of sweats out. But Slade is back. I want them to do, if they have more time with Manu Bennett, I want them to do like the Malcolm Merlyn thing with him. Like he's like an anti-hero, you know? Like he'll still do bad stuff, but not for like the sake of, you know, whatever. But God, he was so good. They keep mentioning his son Joe and Jericho. The eyes. Let me just phase myself into your body and make my eyes green. I hope they bring Jericho on. They're doing a Titans show, so I feel like if they somehow were able to get Jericho on that show as either a villain or as somebody who is a villain, but then they turn good like later on, that would be perfect. Freaking perfect. And I think that would be a great way to introduce him into this, you know, little ass universe. Captain Boomerang is a piece of shit. Let me just say, if you guys have read the comics or like know anything about Captain Boomerang, I've read him in like, you know, the Suicide Squad comics. So I know he's a piece of shit. So, but when he was looking at Nissa, he was like, girl, you looking mad good. You look familiar. I was on Spartacus, and Nissa's like, if you speak to me or look at me that way again, I'll feed you your eyes. I was on Spartacus too. It was so great because it was like, I wouldn't fuck with her if I was you. Nissa and Malcolm are having like a big brother little sister debate, and she's all like, I disbanded them to free us, and he's like, I can't do much with my hand nowadays. I'm like, that ain't stop you from being on the Legion of Doom, even though none of us are supposed to know that, but that's fine. That's okay. So Slade is dropping down knowledge on Oliver, like, stop blaming yourself for your father's suicide and do other things, and I was like, leave it to the crazy anti-hero to drop knowledge on you, because that's what Slade does. I love how Slade was like the MVP of this episode, but we'll talk more about that later on in a second. Malcolm's not dead. They're doing more Torchwood stuff, his Doctor Who spinoff. I haven't seen Doctor Who or Torchwood, so I'm guessing during the summer now I gotta start. So I'm pretty sure he's not dead. Because remember seasons ago, Malcolm Merlyn was like, I've been to places where death is an illusion, and you really can't kill a character like Malcolm. So, however he escapes the island, however he makes it out, he's not dead. He's just in a permanent state of hiatus because he's busy doing another show. So as soon as his schedule frees up, his ass will be back. Just saying. Just saying. Black Canary, they officially give Dinah Drake the title of Black Canary as she gets her little collar to make her canary cry stronger, to break the chains, and stuff happens, and Nissa and Talia fight. The only thing I had was like, Oliver just got Nissa like last week, and we've known about Talia for weeks now, so we've never had a chance to be like formally introduced to their rivalry. You know, like, it works for the sake of the episode, but I'm not saying it's like a horrible bad thing. I'm just saying, like, it would have been better if there were like more episodes to flesh out their rivalry, you know, but it's totally fine. They have their badass fight. and she was like, "Father was disappointed in you." Father was always disappointed in me, and my first thought was her and Sarah, because it's like, the fuck, I'm gonna do what I want. They both pretty much did the same thing, you know, except Nissa was under Roz's thumb and Talia wasn't. So that's okay. Everybody got to fight. Slade is tearing apart ninjas and shit. Renee and everybody are like fighting people. People are already bitching. They're like, "Oh, how was Renee able to take on Talia's students?" And I'm like, Oliver whooped their... Remember back in the first couple episodes when he was first recruiting them and he was beating the fuck out of them? Like, no fucks given. Oliver gave fucks like he's got parents during them training sessions. So, you definitely take a lot from them. So, not only was Oliver trained by Talia, he's also trained by Roz and Slade. So, just all that stuff you can teach, it's pretty understandable as to why they were able to hold their own, which is really good, because, you know, all the fights are really freaking cool, especially like Adrian and Oliver. First of all, their fiery passion, Stephen Amell and Josh Segura, Prometheus, they had really hot, passionate, fucking fiery chemistry. I don't know what it was, but when he was like, "I killed your son," and Oliver's like, and then I was like, he ain't killing no kid. No matter how crazy you are, you don't kill a child. Even though I knew he wasn't dead the first one anyway, I pretty much had a feeling he was on a boat somewhere, but it's totally fine. But he was like, Oliver was playing Mel Gibson in that movie where he was like, "Give me back my son! Where's my son?" And he's like, "I'll never tell you. I'll never tell you where your son is." There was just so much raw emotion, especially when he got him back, and you can just tell. I'm not sure if this was intentional when Stephen Amell like went for the quiver and was just like, you know, it looked like he missed it. Whether it looked like he missed it, or whether he was just like so in shock, he was like, "Fuck, I gotta get the first arrow I find. Like, I don't give a shit." And he gets him back, and he's like, "Oh, it's fine. He found you. You found him. It's gonna be pretty lonely when, you know, the stuff happens." Boom, and the bomb is detonated to Adrian Chase. So once he dies, the whole island goes up in kaboom, smoke and flames and shit. And so now, ooh, Moira, that was great. That was a great flashback. Like I've said in many reviews before, I miss Oliver's mom. I get why they had to kill her, because like she would have been the same character like every season, but at the same time, it's like, I have a great idea as to what they can do for next season. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe for that. And the island goes up in smoke. I'm kind of glad, because I like the flashbacks. I like Lian Yu, but at the same time, it's like, all right, we gotta step forward away from Lian Yu. So I'm really glad that the island blew up. Everybody made it out. Let's be serious. Like, they're not getting rid of fucking Deathstroke. They're not getting rid of... Pretty much the main cast already been confirmed to be a series regular in the next season. Especially Black Canary, the new one, and Renee, and fucking Katie Cassidy. So, Thea, Diggle, and Felicity have already been confirmed. Obviously, you know, that stuff. So I feel like they either went to the bunker where they were locked up, because they said that was an Argus prison, so it was pretty much fortified to survive a nuclear blast. So they probably went there, or to a plane. They just went somewhere. That bitch Evelyn Sharp better not. She better be stuck in that cage with this island. She better blow up in smoke. Hate that bitch. I really wanted Thea and her to fight. I kind of want her to be alive so I can still see that fight, but I don't want her to be alive because I hate her so much. But we gonna find out what happened. But all in all, this was a fucking fun. I don't even mind that it ended in a cliffhanger, because this isn't really a cliffhanger where it's like impossible to tell. Like, not like with The Walking Dead, where it's like, who did Negan kill? And we're all like with our wacky theories. This one, it's like, you know, pretty much the majority of everybody made it out. So it's totally fine. But this season finale was fucking amazing. It was one of the best season finales out there. If I had to rank them, I would say this Arrow's first, Supergirl second, and The Flash is third. Because, whew, this shit. So now we have a whole bunch of stuff to look forward to next season. I'm not sure what, but I will still do videos. I do my weekly show on Wednesday, which is called The Comic Stand, where I do weekly videos about theories and opinions and stuff. I don't know what other kind of videos you guys want from my channel now that the summer is coming and there won't be much TV except for like Game of Thrones and Defenders. But I also stream myself playing games on twitch.tv/Mr. Dark Phoenix. You can click down here below to find that link. I'm currently playing Resident Evil full HD remastered. I'm going to play that, and I play games like Overwatch, Marvel Heroes Omega, all types of awesome fun stuff. That's probably where I'll be spending the majority of my time during the summer. So hit subscribe on YouTube for more weekly shows. Follow me on Twitch for awesome stuff. Thank you all so much for your love and support. It means so much to me that you guys support me and love me for all that I do. And don't forget that we still have Lucifer's finale next week and a new Gotham, and the week after that is Gotham's two-part season finale. So don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, show that you're awesome, nerdy friends, give me a big thumbs up, and always remember that there are good times and bad times when I geek out, and enjoy your lives, and I'll catch you guys next time for another great video.